about who we are and it's about our ancestors that had nothing.
Qalipu Mi'kmaq in Newfoundland is the country's newest First Nation, having been officially established 7 years ago. And controversy is raging over who can be a member of the landless band. More than 100,000 people applied, but the vast majority have been rejected in a clash between bureaucratic process and cultural identity.
Qalipu First Nation will do what we can to try to talk some sense into the government of Canada.
It's a process that has divided families, literally.
Mine was approved. My oldest, who was 8, he was approved, and my youngest, who was 6, was denied.
Chris O'Neill Yates looks at the fight for status.
Those 3 right here have been denied, and those 3 have been accepted.
In a single photo, Mi'kmaq elder Calvin White illustrates how the struggle to get status for Newfoundland Mi'kmaq has gone wrong. 3 of his children are considered Indigenous, and 3 are not.
They grew up here in Flat Bay, they were educated here in Flat Bay, but for employment opportunities they had to move elsewhere.
The Qalipu First Nation was created in 2011. Some 26,000 members are scattered across Newfoundland. But when the process of getting recognition from Ottawa began in 2008, more than 100,000 people applied for status. That's 20% of the entire population of Newfoundland.
Did you think that there were 100,000 members of the Qalipu Nation here in Newfoundland?
Never in my wildest dreams, and I still don't think there's 100,000 people here in Newfoundland. Some good old moose stew.
White says the recognition process for true Mi'kmaq has been thwarted with an influx of 75,000 unexpected applications.
If you can get on this registration list, you can buy big ticket items, and you'll get the taxes saved off them, and and you'll also get education money for your children to go to school, and there's health care there, like glasses and teeth and these type of things.
To deal with all of these applicants, the Qalipu First Nation and Ottawa revamped the process. Proof of residency and connection to the community became part of a new, complicated set of criteria.
How many times did you phone home? How many times did you travel to Newfoundland? How many times you went berry picking? Do you live an Aboriginal way of life? All of these things is what came into play, which has absolutely nothing to do with whatsoever of who you are.
White says this agreement failed many Mi'kmaq. He believes lineage should have been the basis for recognition.
There is a paper trail, and that should have been used. It should have been needed. I don't think any of our people would have been left out.
Now the Flat Bay Band is reconsidering its membership in the Qalipu First Nation.
Because it's not serving the needs of our people.
The discontent of thousands of Qalipu Mi'kmaq is directed at Brendan Mitchell, their chief.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you 103,000 people should be in this band. This was a younger picture of Matty Mitchell.
Most Newfoundlanders would have learned about his legendary great-grandfather, Matty Mitchell, in their history books. A prospector, guide, and explorer who discovered a huge ore body in central Newfoundland. But bloodline isn't all Mitchell inherited.
Strife, families upset, families broken, communities upset, tremendous amount of hurt. We have a case where twins in the same household, one is in and one is out. These are things that we're trying to find reasons or answers to.
Mitchell, too, disagrees with the new criteria, such as proof of practicing a Mi'kmaq way of life.
They may be practicing their culture every day, but they haven't got a picture of themselves, a selfie, saying, look at me, I'm smudging, or look at me, I'm passing the pipe. I just went to a powwow, look at me.
I always had a fear that there would be an infiltration of a part of society. It was my fear in the 70s, it was my fear through the 80s and the 90s, and now it's becoming a reality.
A reality that threatens the very movement that White and others started all those decades ago. Chris O'Neill Yates, CBC News, Flat Bay, Newfoundland.